I've been procrastinating to do this video like all morning. I was like, okay, I'm gonna record. I'm gonna record. And I kept like procrastinating. So I was like, let me go ahead and record now or else I'm not gonna do it. So I also got my coffee today. This is the first cup of coffee that I have, you guys. Usually in the morning I fast or I have coffee in the morning and I don't eat anything else. But it's like, oh my gosh, like 11:30, almost 12, I think. You see my times are like, I'm jumping around on times. But it's almost 12 and I haven't had my coffee, and I love coffee, you guys. I love coffee. Sometimes I'm like, maybe I drink too much, but I love coffee. So you got to vent to God and not people. I learned that. So whenever I have like problems or anything going on in my life, I feel like if I make a decision, or if I like, let's say in my life, if there's a big decision that I have to make, if I'm indecisive on if I'm making the right decision or not, like I always feel like I have to go to somebody else and bring it to them and pick their brain and see what they're thinking, see what they will do, see what they think I should do. I always did that. And I mean, that's common. You know, when you love somebody, you want to run things by them. You want to see if they're on the outside looking in so they can see what you don't see. You know what I mean? And from the outside looking in, I feel like answers that I need and the voids that I need God to fill, a person cannot feel that. A person cannot feel that. The situations, the different things that I'm going through, answers that I need, it's not going to come from people. It needs to come from God. So I noticed that. So different things that I'm going through in my life, I learn to pray on it. And even when I want to like go and like, you know, ask my mom a question, ask my grandmother's a question, or ask one of my close friends a question or get advice, God always stops me in my track and tell me, no, you need to pray about it. You need to bring it to me. Right now in this season, that what you're going through, you need to bring it to me. You don't need to bring it to other people. And it's so funny when I know that he wants me to pray instead of like venting to somebody, because I'll call like one of my grandmothers and they won't answer the phone. And so, or I will like text one of my friends and my friend was like, hey, I'm busy right now. Like, I can't talk, my bad. So like when different things like that happens, that's God's way of saying, hey, look, pray, bring it to me. The answers you need, you're not going to get it from a person. We all interact and we all come in contact with some beautiful people, but nobody is perfect like God. Nobody has the pureness and the answer you need and the power like God. And even though it seemed like he be taking forever to show up, I ain't gonna lie, he be on time, okay? He be on time, but he takes forever to show up sometimes. And I hate to say that, but I'm gonna tell you, but it's on his timing. And he tells me, yo, pump your brakes. It's not on your timing. It's on my timing. I don't care if you're waiting. I don't care what. It's on my timing. Trust me. I got you. I got you. And I'm in a season right now in my life to where like my faith is not where it needs to be. It's not. I thought it is and it's not. And my big grandma, she told me that. I was like, I'm praying, but like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm not getting answers. She's like, well, maybe your faith is not where it needs to be to have your prayers answered right now. Maybe you believe that you're giving it to God. Maybe you believe that you're believing that he can do the impossible, but maybe where you think your faith is, it's not there yet. So you got to pray a little bit harder. You got to believe a little bit more. You got to dig a little bit deeper. And I wasn't trying to hear that, but that's actually what I needed, because sometimes I don't like when people check me, or sometimes I don't like when people call me on things. I'm open to it. I love criticism, but sometimes I don't be one to hear stuff. So when she told me that, I didn't want to hear it, but I didn't want to hear it because I knew it was true. And it struck me a little bit in a different spot that I didn't like, because I was like sitting back like, hey, your faith is not where it needs to be. Like, you're praying, but you're not really believing what you're saying. You're saying you're giving it to God, but you're not really giving it to God like you need to give it to God. So I've been really just rocking it solo and really dealing with things on my own, but not on my own, but with God. Tag teaming with God and venting to God. And the thing that I love about going to God, because you guys, I go like on like night walks. I didn't take one yesterday because I was really sore because I did an ab workout. So I took a break, but I'm going to take a walk today. Probably walk and run. It just depends on how I'm feeling. But I like to put on my headphones, or sometimes I like to just walk in silence. And I like to just pray and give it all to God. And just all my raw feelings, everything I'm feeling, that's the thing. Like when it comes to people, you can only tell people so much because you don't know. You may say something that just have them looking at you crazy, but you know when you're speaking to God and you can lay it out on the line, your deepest, darkest secrets, things that you're ashamed of, things that you will never want to tell nobody. You can tell God, and He does not pass judgment. And really laying some heavy burdens on God, you'll be amazed by how free your spirit is. You will be amazed by telling God how you're feeling and really living your truth, whatever that looks like. You will be amazed. You'll be amazed. So if you feel like you're talking to people and your life is not shifting, you're not seeing what it is you want to see, you got to dig a little bit deeper. Stop venting to people and vent to God. Now, I'm telling you guys this because I'm taking my own advice. So it's really hard for me to do that, though. It's really hard for me to just solely trust God to handle it because I'm such a go-getter, driven, I got it, headstrong, I'm going to take care of it, I'm going to make my dreams happen type of person. And sometimes what I want for my life, God doesn't want that for my life. Or what I want for my life, it doesn't align with what He has in my life. You get what I'm saying? So that was on my heart this morning. I needed to get it out because I feel like so much better. I felt like, oh my gosh, like I was functioning at like a higher peak, you guys. And I was like, why do I feel like this? Because I needed to get this out and I needed to speak to you guys about it. And I needed to get it on video. So vent to God. Don't vent to people.